Bonjour students, comment allez-vous? Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Learn French with Anubhav. If you have already subscribed to my channel, press the bell icon to get the latest updates. In today's class, we are continuing the topic which we have taken in my previous to previous video, which is COD and COI. COD has been discussed in part 1 video, so COI is what we need to discuss today. And let's start. COI stands for complément d'objet indirect, the indirect object, COI. So a prerequisite for this video, you can watch my prono personnel part 2, where I have discussed direct and indirect object pronouns. It's really helpful for this topic. So yeah, let's start. First, we will learn the indication that how one may know that the object is COD or COI present in the statement. The main indication is, in most of the cases, that COI is preceded by a preposition. I hope you remember in my previous video. If you have watched, if you haven't, link will be put in the description. If you remember that in COD there's no preposition put before the object, right? But here the main indication is that preposition is put. Even like when you form questions, in COD you formed questions like qui and quoi, but in here you will form questions like a qui, de quoi, a quoi. Like even the questions will be the pronouns, interrogative pronouns will be preceded by a preposition. So those questions part we will be discussing shortly. Let's discuss other points. So preposition, which kind of preposition? We can have a, we can have the, we can have par, we can have chez, etc. What does this mean? A means to, the means of or from, par means by, and the chez means at the place of. So in such manner, such prepositions can be used. We will be taking a statement to make it a bit clearer. For instance, we are taking Paul donne les fleurs à Pauline. Okay. Now let's do the analysis of the statement. We have a direct object and an indirect object. So let's follow the indication first. If we follow the indication point, we have les fleurs as direct object because it does not have a preposition in front of it. But Pauline has it. So Pauline becomes COI and les fleurs became COD. Now if we see who is receiving the action. Now on reading the statement, Paul donne les fleurs à Pauline, you must think that Pauline is receiving the action because Pauline is given flowers. No, it's not. Pauline is receiving the action indirectly. There is an indirect link. The one which is receiving the action is flower. That Paul is giving flowers. What are given? What is given? Like Paul donne quoi? Paul gave what? Paul gave flowers. Flowers are receiving the action directly. There is a direct link, so les fleurs is the direct object. Now, let's form again a question. Paul donne les fleurs à qui? Paul is giving flowers to whom? À qui? Qui and the preposition à. Indication is also there, à, the preposition, so Pauline becomes COI. And the pronoun, though we haven't discussed the pronouns, so let's discuss it quickly, then we will put the pronouns in this statement. So what do we have here in pronouns? Let's write. For singular and for plural. The pronoun réfléchi will remain constant. Me, te, nous, and vous. It will remain the same as in COD. These two are common in COD and COI. In fact, these four. And talking about singular, we can have lui, which stands for masculine. We can have elle, which stands for feminine. We can have le, which stands for plural, regardless of masculine or feminine. Okay. One more thing I would like to discuss, lui and elle. So generally, like in the statement, if it's a regular statement like this, we are writing lui, irrespective of be it masculine or feminine. For example, we will write Paul, les, lui, donne. So if we are doing in a regular manner where we are converting the whole thing, our poly into lui, then it doesn't matter be it masculine or feminine, you have to put lui. But if you are doing it like a pronoun unique, like Paul, donne, les fleurs à elle, but that would be wrong, right? So it's better to do in this manner. Like if could have been there chez, like Paul va chez de Pauline, right? Paul va chez de Pauline. So in that place, you can simply convert de Pauline to elle. Like if there's a preposition before this, even after putting the pronoun, then it's better to put elle if the subject is feminine singular. But if you are doing in the regular manner where you are removing the preposition also, then lui is the better option. In fact, lui is the one which is put in such cases. Another point to be kept in mind, that COD can be used for persons and things, both of them. But COI is exclusively for persons. Think of it, no, like le, la, and les, we don't use for persons, right? Me, te, nous, vous, we use for persons. Okay, so we have both in common. But in COI, we have lui, le, elle, which we use for persons, right? So as I have said that COI to be used for people only, persons, and COD for persons and things, both of them. Now we will be taking some examples. For instance, je parle de Pauline. It's a regular statement, je parle de Pauline. Oh, there shouldn't be a question mark here. Now, de Pauline, de is a preposition indicating Pauline is indirect object. And if we see that, which kind of question we can form? We can form the question that je parle de qui, about whom am I speaking? Well, that doesn't make sense. It's better to put tu. Like question is with tu, answer with je. So tu parles de qui, you are talking about whom, right? So in the question we have the preposition and the pronoun interrogative. So je parle de Pauline. Hence, since the question is de qui, Pauline is proven to be a COI. Complement, d'objet, and direct. Another question, if we can form, like we can form de quoi, about what you are talking, or we can form questions like a qui, to whom, or the qui, from whom. So in this manner we can form endless questions. It's just that we will be putting the preposition in front of them. For COD we don't put the preposition in the question. If we take the next statement, let's say j'ai téléphoné, it's passé composé. J'ai téléphoné à Pierre. I called Pierre. So if you want to convert in the pronoun form, it would be je lui ai téléphoné, like the pronoun comes before the auxiliary verb. So je lui ai téléphoné, and à Pierre will be removed. Now, talking about the question, what would be the question here? À qui? You called whom? Tu as téléphoné à qui? So, j'ai téléphoné à Pierre, or, well, you have to answer like Pierre only because pronoun you can't put in the first place. You need to tell to whom you are speaking. You can't just reply now that you talk to him without speaking the name. That would be kind of weird. So, still, if we had to put the pronoun, it would be je lui ai téléphoné. Lui, the pronoun for the singular object. Moving ahead, we have another statement. We have il parle à Helen. He speaks to Helen. He speaks to whom? À qui is the question which we form here. So again, preposition also there. Helen proven to be a COI. So it would be il lui parle once you convert in the pronoun form. Let's wrap it off the above statement. Yes. Next, coming up, we have again a statement, il me parle. He spoke to me. Okay, the first one I am taking with the pronoun réfléchi. Still, let it be. Il me parle. He spoke to me. To whom he spoke? Right. Il parle à qui? Tricky point. There's a tricky point in it that il me parle, if this statement is given, how would you judge that whether it's an COD or COI? You may think that it's a COD because there's no preposition, but in this case, you have to form the question. You have to ask question from the statement given. Il parle à qui? Il me parle. He spoke to me. So the question will be to whom he spoke. To whom? À qui? One more alternative method, you can try to frame the statement in a different manner. Like you can write il parle à moi. Makes sense, right? Ma replaces à moi here. Okay, so à is the preposition. So the indication is proven that it's a COI. So il parle à moi, il parle à qui? So il me parle, me becomes COI. You can't just blindly put COD just because you didn't see the preposition. No, you have to judge it. You have to ask a question. You have to frame the statement in a different manner. Then only you can say that, yeah, it is what we are doing, COI. Now, last statement, I suppose. Yep, exactly. J'achète les cadeaux pour mes amis. Now, judge. Direct object, indirect object. Which one? Which one is COD? Which one is COI? Let's do it. Les cadeaux, COD, and COI, pour mes amis. Reason. Two reasons. First, if we see who is receiving the action directly and indirectly, like what is given, gifts are given. Gift is receiving the action directly, but who is eventually receiving? Who is receiving the action indirectly? Mes amis, my friends are receiving. So mes amis becomes COI. Another method. J'achète les cadeaux. What did you buy? J'achète que or quoi, j'achète quoi, what did I buy, right? So j'achète quoi, no preposition, COD. J'achète les cadeaux, pourquoi, for whom, pour is a preposition, right? Pour means for. So pourquoi translates to for whom, and which means it's the COI. So complément d'objet indirect and complément d'objet direct. Another point, the direct object pronoun will be placed before the indirect object pronoun. That is discussed in part 2 video, you can watch it. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui, that's all for today. If you like this video, please give that thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Learn French with Anubhav. And if you have any doubt or suggestion, you may write that in the comment section below. You may also like my Facebook page by the same name, Learn French with Anubhav. Thanks for watching. See you in Antigen series. Thanks for watching. Au revoir, n'oubliez pas que la langue française est l'amour.